and a warm welcome to everyone on the Dr. Ankit Shah channel. Prathamesh ji is saying here that his 6-year-old child cannot even speak yet. So there are two main reasons for this, you see. First of all, regarding our young girls, ever since the Gurukul education was shut down and they were put in these British classrooms, they were made to sit with boys. The Britishers did this primarily because they needed a steady labor supply. So for them, there was no boy-girl difference. They were all just labor to them. So the entire idea was that, well, with the girls, what is happening is that they finally come out of the classroom at the age of 22, 23 or 24. And then when she goes to her in-laws' house, the entire list of expectations is something completely different. I mean, it is like I have been preparing for a science paper for 15 years straight, but then suddenly I am given an English paper to write instead. Right, so this is exactly what is happening with all the girls, that they are preparing for some kind of job. And after marriage, the expectation is completely the opposite of what is actually expected from them in their life. So obviously there are going to be clashes. It's a very simple matter. If you prepare for science and then you are given an English question paper, how will she adjust? She will ask, then why did you educate me for all these years? So this has been the situation ever since this British education system was first introduced. It has prepared both boys and girls for one thing and one thing only, so that they can purchase the things they need for themselves. That is all. They should be left just capable enough to be able to get what they want. Like a boy wants a bike and phone, okay, fine. A girl wants a makeup kit, so a makeup kit. That is it. Then if they want to get anything else, they get a 40 to 50-year loan, and the poor guy is 100% stuck in his job. This was the Britishers' formula to fool you. When you are giving them the wrong education and the expectations in life are something else entirely, right? From a girl working 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 hours, their expectations are completely different. As soon as her classroom education is finally over, then the other side, and the expectations from the boy are also completely different. He actually wanted to do entrepreneurship, but now he has to give interviews for a job, okay? And as soon as the EMI starts, because they are young, their minds are not that developed yet, they get trapped immediately. As soon as they get a package, they buy a new phone, a new laptop, a new car. The EMI starts, and once he is trapped in this, he can never get out. No matter what, he cannot be saved, right? Because the EMI must be paid. So this entire British system that they put in place, this whole job role, job model thing, in which you are only just able to survive, and it is nothing more than mere survival. Even if he buys a property, he's paying that EMI for 30 to 40 years. He's living with great difficulty. I mean, if you provoke a salaried person even a little, they will get angry instantly because their mind is not in the right place. For 10 hours, they are totally a laborer, completely a laborer. It does not matter what level they are at, whether it is the GM level or the director level. They have absolutely no control over their life. They have given away 10 hours regardless of the package. Okay, and this realization, by the time it finally comes to them, they have already become 60 years old. 60, which is almost around the time of retirement. They realize, my God, it turns out only cash was collected. My whole life is gone. So that realization comes around the age of 60. This is what the British classroom format is. It is a very, very dangerous scam. A system in which interdependence is not being taught whatsoever. Only and only independence is being taught. And what kind of independence is it? Just enough for their own survival and nothing above that. I mean, what can they possibly do for someone else when they cannot even do their own work properly? Okay, if you are unable to help yourself, then how are you going to help others? So the way things are going is just how it is. Whereas in the Bharatiya Gurukul system, it was very clear that the required skill sets for girls were entirely different. They were taught those specific skills. The required skill sets for boys were taught in a very different manner. And both of them were groomed in such a way that they would be fully prepared for any crisis. It is not that one does not know how to do the other's job, not at all. Both are kept ready for a crisis. Okay, but the primary responsibility was very clear. that this is your primary responsibility towards the family and you cannot change it. The secondary one, you can change that. If a boy happens to be very keen on doing household chores, then as a secondary task, he can do as much of it as he wants. But you cannot escape the primary responsibility of paying bills. Only then can a family unit form. Otherwise, how will it form? So whatever it is that you see, because on the screen, in the content, in magazines, absolutely everywhere, it is written that, oh, look at that girl flew a plane, or look, that girl has become a minister. Look at this girl. Why? You have to understand the level those people are at. They are the 1%. She has 10 servants working for her. Are you aware of this? The woman you are talking about, the one who achieved all that, that woman keeps 10 servants and gets her food cooked by another woman. Okay, so just forget about it. That thing they tell you, oh, boys should also be doing kitchen work. We want equality. No, 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 not at all. The so-called empowered woman, she hires other women to do the cooking for her. She does not hire men to do it. If it were actually true that this is a matter of gender equality, then why do not these very same women hire men to do the cooking, to do all the household chores? Each and every one of them is getting their food cooked by other women by paying them money. So the matter is about payment. It is not about gender at all. Right? And by the way, the really big chefs, the majority of them are men. The top chefs, all the top chefs in the world who cook food, they are mostly men. So you see, it is not a matter of gender, it is a matter of payment. Right? Because if it were actually true that this is a matter of gender, then why are they employing this girl, this woman, to cook their food? If that were actually true, you see, this is not about the hierarchy of gender, this is entirely about the hierarchy of money. Okay. So instead of teaching interdependence, what is being taught today is independence. Basically, learn how to live all by yourself. And then these people are surprised that marriages are not sticking. I mean, brother, since they were small children, there are no grandparents in the house. And no relatives ever come and go. You both also go off to your jobs. From the time he was a small child, you have been grooming him to live a completely solitary life for 20 to 25 years. And then you act surprised about how he got divorced. Of course it will be a divorce. Because he is already doing all the work by himself. He does not need anyone at all. When he has been groomed for independence, how will the relationship possibly survive? To save a relationship, you need interdependence. You have to make some space in your life for the other person. You have to leave a role vacant so that they can fit into it. Only then will some kind of give and take relationship be formed. When you are already doing everything yourself, then what is the requirement for someone else? So people get surprised, wondering why divorce rates are increasing in tier 1 cities. It is because you raised them for complete independence. You raised them specifically to live alone, did not you? There was never anyone around. Right? Since he was little, he has lived alone, so obviously he will be separate, doing everything by himself. So this is precisely the difference with the Gurukul education system, which teaches interdependence. You still learn all the skills. But the main thing to learn is interdependence. And that is not happening in the British classroom. In the British classroom, it is not being taught how you will be of use to your parents, how you will be of use to your husband, how you will be of use to your wife, or how you will be of use to your children. This is not being taught. In the British classroom, what is being taught is whether you will be able to purchase your own makeup kit or not, whether you will be able to get your new bike or not. That is it. Okay, so if you teach this way, this is the result you will get.